Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Welcome to the stream. Hello? Oh, wait. The text is wrong. Fuck. Oops. Alright, hold on. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. Ah! There we go. Hello, everybody. Give me a moment. I'm parched. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone's doing good. What's this link? Is this a link to a virus? Oh shit. Hold on. Wait. Wait a minute. Ah! Hey, I think hey, thank you, Fungus Potion. I think he just gave me something to check out today. I got a ticket to see On Cinema Oscar special in a movie theater later today. Oh shit! I should have. Fuck. I should have done that, but I didn't because I'm dumb and I totally forgot. I totally forgot that it was happening until like this morning. Oops. Hey everybody. Alright, I'm not trying today, but at the very least I could sit up, probably. Alright. Welcome everybody to today's stream, to today's show. It is 3:12 p.m. here on the East Coast of North America, here in my neck of the woods. Here, over here. Good afternoon, everybody. It is... Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday, March 27th, 2022. It is the last Sunday of the month. This is the last week. The 31st is like a Thursday, right? Yeah. So it's over. Last week of March. Spring is here. We're like a quarter through the year. Hope everyone is doing all right. What's the weather like outside? Hey, the weather looks pretty nice. And it's pretty warm too. Yeah, we got the window open and all of that. So I'm enjoying it. My favorite season is probably fall, but usually what happens is I get really sick of I get really sick of winter because it's really cold and just miserable and sad. So by the time, February, March rolls around, I can't wait for spring. I can't wait for it to just get warmer so I can go outside and do stuff. All right. So, Baaulp update. Baaulp updates. Oh fuck. Okay, Baaulp updates. Um, the there's a new podcast episode out. I think did I put it up on Wednesday? Yeah, a new podcast episode went up on Wednesday. So if you listen to the podcast, or maybe you've never heard of the podcast before, go check it out. And I don't make any money off the podcast. The podcast is something that I do for fun. Okay, with my friends, I make we have a podcast. The RTVS crew has a podcast. All right, it's called Where Do We Begin. It is the last link in this block of what? Why isn't it working? Oh, it's probably on cooldown. Fuck. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's the last link there. So there's a link to my Twitter, my YouTube, but also a link to the Where Do We Begin podcast, and you can also find it wherever. You can also you can download it. There's a link to the website where you can download it directly onto your computer or device, and you can listen to it whenever. But you can also go ahead and you can also search Wayne Radio TV podcasts, or like Where Do We Begin podcast, and you'll probably find us on, and we're on most places that podcasts are at. So, you know, Spotify, Google, Google and iTunes and whatnot. The last episode was really fun. So, like I said, I don't make any money off the podcast yet. You know, the podcast is the way I see the podcast is it's something I do for fun. It's something that at this point, when it first started, it was just something that we do for fun, you know, just to like have fun, you know, just to have fun and share with people. Now, I'm still not making any money from it, but we do have like 8,000-ish listeners on average, so like it'd be cool. My hope for the podcast is now that it'll grow big enough that one day I might get like, I don't know, like $50 from it. That would be super sick. my okay. So it costs, okay, I'll let you in on a little secret. Well, I guess it's not a secret. To pay for the hosting for the podcast, it's $100 a year. It's $100 a year. If we can break even on that, that's the end goal for me. The podcast, if the podcast pays for itself, I'd be happy. Right now, there's nothing to buy. There's no products. There's no ads. Bro, you gotta get some sponsors. There's no. Mr. Spotify is overcharging you. I don't think it's Spotify. It's not just Spotify. It's Podbean. We use Podbean, and we aren't just paying for Spotify. To be fair, when we were shopping around, they had the best price out of every service I looked at when we started back in 2018. We started the podcast, I think, back in 2018. They had the best deal out of all the hosting services, and so they're not greedy. And also, it's not just Spotify. They put us like everywhere. So maybe that, I don't know. You guys got me distracted. Anyway, but yeah, we are fully in. Hey, the podcast is fully independent. Okay, there's no products. There's nothing we tell you to buy. There's no ads. There's no sponsorships. This shit is punk as hell. All right. We're not even hell. I'm not even asking for your money yet. Maybe someday I'll like start a Patreon for it. Maybe someday I'll start like a Patreon for it or something, and you guys can what am I trying to say? You guys can like contribute to like a Patreon. Who's that?
Chicken and rice on a Sunday? It's day.
Nice. Thank you, Simple Tan. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the 15 months of support. Much appreciated. Muchas gracias. But yeah, maybe one day I'll like set up a Patreon for it or something. I don't know. But until that day comes, the best thing you could do for the podcast is just tell people to like listen to it. Get annoying about it. Get annoying about it. I would love it if you guys were as annoying about our podcast as you were about the McElroys. I got a roommate to listen? Hell yeah! You don't want that? No, but why not? Why not? Imagine how funny that would be, you know, instead of talking about like um uh like I don't know anything about I don't know anything about the McElroys. Shit. What okay, what did they do? Okay, no, that's not true. I watched their TV show. Their TV show was okay. I watched their TV show. Their TV show was okay. You know, imagine instead of like imagine instead of like, ooh, did you see Monster Factory? Did you see Monster Factory? Instead of that, imagine if it was like, oh, you think the Cum Soap Kid did it? You like did you check out iwaspoisoned.com? You know. Get annoying, you know, we're not asking for your money. Just get like really annoying and abrasive with our podcast. Go to your friends. Go to your friends and be like go to your friends and be like, "Yo, did you hear that Wayne thinks grapes squish when they really squirt?" You know? Hit him with that and be like, "Oh, you gotta check out um the time that Wayne caught people having oral sex through jeans at the park," or I don't know. I'm losing track. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Um, the the Baaulp update portion out of the way. I just wanted to remind people that we released a new episode of the podcast. If you want to know what else I'm doing, I am working on a few. I'm working on like a few side things that I've been meaning to get through to for a while. So editing down videos, making new videos, and just working on like stream assets because I'm already bored of this. I want one stream layout to end it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to make a stream layout that I like so much that I never have to make another one ever again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work really hard and I'm going to just try to knock it out of the park and make it so that so that I never have to like think about my stream layout ever again. I want it to look good. I don't want it to look like anyone else's. I want it to look weird. New episode is really good. Beat annoying Elden Dragon listening to it. Hell yeah. Nice. I'm glad you guys like it. I know it's a good one. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I know it's a good one when it makes me laugh while I'm editing it. Fruit Sky was top tier? Damn, people really liked it, huh? I mean, I got bored of it, but people really liked it. Anywho, maybe yeah. Whatever new stream layout I make, I'll definitely bring that back in some way. I guess I had something really unique and then I got rid of it. I don't know why. But yeah. um. So, in case you guys don't know, it's Sunday, and on Sunday, I put in even less effort than I normally do on these streams. Uh, there's, whenever it's not Sunday and I stream, I kind of like, put some effort into it. I present myself a little better. I try to be more eloquent. On Sunday, I just kind of drink coffee and well, I had my coffee already, but I kind of just drink coffee and I just kind of sit here. I turn the stream on. I just I don't do nothing. I don't do anything. I just sit here and I just like I don't know. I just ramble. So that's what Sunday streams are about. But the irony is that they're some of the best streams. Okay. But yeah, it's Sunday once again. So it's time for me to just stare at you guys, stare at the camera, and just I don't know, just ramble. Or maybe do something stupid. I don't know. We could do something stupid. I made my girlfriend listen to the first 10 minutes of the pod to show her my theme. Hey, everybody. Just so you know, Justin Wabs is. I think I've said this already, but I'll say it again because fuck it. Justin Wabs is the person responsible for the new podcast music. So if you like the music in the new I don't even remember when I made the switch. I think it was last year. It was like fall last year. But yeah, Justin Wabs is the person responsible for the new music. So go follow them on Twitter. Go check them out, cause the new podcast theme is really good, and I like it a lot. Okay. For every new podcast listener, I'll add 1 minute of music to the theme. 30-minute theme for the. I wish that was a statistic. I think that might be too hard to track. I you know I've talked about this before. It's funny, I've talked about this before, but we really did start the podcast like for nothing. Like I thought it would just be fun to have a podcast. And I remember like I was still working as a software engineer back then. So I was like, oh, $100 isn't that much money. Like $100 isn't that much money. Um, I will. What? Guppy versus or Guppy VS says, "Hey Balt, when the podcast released, I had food poisoning just the day before, and laughing from it almost busted a gut. Damn, that's good. I hope you contributed to iwaspoisoned.com. You should have contributed. You should have let the world know what got you sick. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've checked it. I've checked it. I've used the site for its legitimate purpose. I've checked like oh, is there anything in Boston that I should watch out for if I'm going? Because I went out yesterday. Also, a version of the theme will be on Spotify this year at some point. Whenever I finish my episode, don't hold your breath. Yo, that's cool. Thank you. Did y'all see my scientific paper on eating chicken wings in the shower that I emailed in? I real talk. I only check emails at earliest the night before the podcast. We don't. I don't. It is not. It is like the podcast is very much still a for fun thing that we do. Um. Oh, did I say episode by mistake? Oh, EP. Oops. Anyway, what was I gonna say before I got sidetracked? Oh yeah, um, you know, when I was still working as a software engineer, like $100. I mean, I guess $100 in the grant for like a full year of hosting still isn't that bad. Um, and I was like, why not? Why not? We'll pay for it, and we'll just make it. And like, I don't know why. I just felt compelled to. And like Wayne just started streaming, and he was having some success. He was getting like, like around like 100 viewers or something. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'll throw, I'll we'll call it like Wayne Radio TV podcast, and it'll like, two birds with one stone kind of thing. And I remember getting like 50 listeners or like 100 listeners and going like, whoa, what? 100 randos listen to our podcast for some reason. Why? I don't know. Whatever. But um but like I checked like recently, and we have some episodes that have like, I want to say like maybe like 10,000 listeners, like 10,000 listens, or like or like 10,000 downloads. And like whenever we put out a new episode, it like, those are like the older episodes that people listen to. But then like for the newer episodes, we get anywhere from like 5-ish thousand to like 8,000 listeners. And I like don't for me it's still a hobby. You know what I mean? Like for me it's still a hobby, so it's like I don't look at the metrics until I log in to upload the episode. I look at our metrics once a month, and I always get blown away like, what the fuck? Why did so many people listen to this? It's weird because I genuinely have like, I don't, it's like the opposite of Twitch. I genuinely have no clue what is going on at all in terms of how popular our podcast is. We could hit number 1, and like I wouldn't know. Like if I had the most popular podcast on the planet, I wouldn't know. Well, actually, I'd probably know because people would probably be like, "Yo, I listen to your podcast." Um, but yeah, if you're one of our 8,000 ish listeners, shouts out, much appreciated. Go get annoying about it. I was only half joking when I told you guys to to spread that shit around and be annoying about it as you were with the McElroys. And I'm working on some other stuff, but hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Um, man, does like does everyone get ticked off whenever someone recommends? I so many people in college, um, so many people in college. All right, I guess I should give some context. I went to a really nerdy school. I went to a tech school. Um, and so like everybody to some degree was a nerd. Um, everybody was I went to a tech school and everybody was a nerd. So it's a double-edged sword, because you can't, I remember it was really funny. I remember freshman year 2011 for me, what like everybody was playing Skyrim. Like everybody, my professors, like everybody. It was hilarious because like you would walk around and like anyone who was on a laptop, it was not work. It was Skyrim. It was actually like really really funny. You'd like walk, you'd like go to an office somewhere, And like you'd see like someone playing Skyrim and they like all tab really quick because they're like working the reception desk at the library and they're not supposed to be playing Skyrim right now or some shit. Anyway, but it's a double-edged sword because like you just get people with the worst taste recommending dumb bullshit to you. And all jokes aside, I don't have anything against the McElroy brothers. I've watched a few episodes of Monster Factory. They're funny. Um I've okay. I've listened to like maybe like 10 episodes of their podcast. Not actively, like I would just like leave it on in the background while I was doing other stuff. And I was like, podcast not my thing. I watched a few episodes of Monster Factory, and like that's all I know. That's all I know. That's it. Like I don't know anything else about them. So I don't like hate them or anything, but I'm not like, a fan. But so many people recommended them to me that I like it ticks me off. I hate it when people do that. Is there like I don't know how to like describe that. I don't know if it's like I don't know if you would describe it as like being annoyed or like oversaturation. Yeah, oversaturation, spite. Spite is a pretty good way to call it. But like it's like when every motherfucker on the street is like, "Yo, you should listen to my brother and my brother and me. Yo, Baaulp, you'd really like my brother, my brother and me." And it's like, um, you know, I'll go out of my way to like not do that. I was like, well, I'm not gonna listen to this now. I don't know if I'm like a shithead or an ass. I don't know, cause there's two sides to this coin, right? On one side, you can be like, oh, that's oversaturation. You're getting annoyed by it because everyone's recommending it to you. But the flip side of that coin is, I'll admit, maybe I'm the asshole. Maybe I'm an asshole. Am I an asshole? I could be. I could be the asshole in this situation. Genuinely, honestly. The quickest way to get me to hate something before I even try it is being told it's the best for me. Yeah, that's how I feel too. That's how I feel too. And it's not like I don't like people's recommendations, but like when everybody recommends it to you, I get a little annoyed, you know. I get really annoyed. For me, I think it's because I'm Asian and and like people always go like you watch anime? Oh no. You guys don't know what it's like to have like white nerdy people immediately go up to you and be like, "Oh, you like anime?" Same with superhero flicks. Superhero flicks are so. Oh wait, no. Hold on, you split up your chat message. I liked Fortnite at one point, but that shit got too big for its own good. Same with superhero flicks. I don't know. For me, it's not how big it is. I'm not trying to be like a rebel. Like I'm not someone who hates popular stuff. Like if something's really popular but really good, I'll like them. But for me, it's not about popularity. It's just like I don't know, something about like when people recommend something to me over and over and over and over again. Um, like damn, It gets on my nerves. Bulb, I'm Asian. The worst is someone gluing to you for being Asian because anime. Yeah, I've seen that before. I've seen that before. I've never been that bad. I think mainly I think the only reason why that has never happened to me before is because I can flip the switch and I can get really mean. And they probably want to stop talking to me after I shit on them or something mean like that. I don't know. I used to be really mean about that shit when I was a teenager, you know? Cuz okay, real talk, when I was a teenager, I did not watch any anime like, from the years of I finished watching Dragon Ball Z. Now I can tell you exactly. No, you know what? I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly. No, Seinfeld was okay. No, Seinfeld was between the ages of 5 and 10. That's when I watched the most Seinfeld. So, um when I was a kid, Toonami would air a lot of anime. Toonami's dope. I love Toonami. I'm glad it's still around in some way. Um and so like, okay, well, first things first, being an immigrant, I never viewed anime as like a special thing. I think I've talked about this before where back in China, I lived with my uncle and my cousins in like this big, I guess, condo. And my cousin like was like a teenager by the time I was a little kid. Like I was 4, he was I think probably 16, around there. And so like he would have like NBA posters all over his wall. NBA is huge in China, by the way. They People in China fucking love basketball. They love basketball more than soccer. Um, so he would his room looked like your typical teenager room, but Chinese. So it was like tons of NBA posters, weights. But he had like a huge, but because he was a teenager growing up in the 90s, he had like every copy of Slam Dunk, in the manga, and like there were a few animes that were imported to China. So like in my mind, I never thought of it as like, oh, this is just cartoons, you know. So growing up, I never had that distinction that like I never thought like, oh, Pokemon is different. Like no, Pokemon is just a cartoon. It's just another cartoon, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is just another cartoon. I never had that like separation in my mind that these were anime was special because it came from Japan. Because like, who cares, right? So I watched a lot of anime growing up because of Toonami, and I I watched like I watched like whatever kids my age watch. So I watched a lot of what was it? I watched a lot of like I watched a lot of like your typical like what would be on American TV. So I watched a lot of Dragon Ball. I watched they had Naruto. I watched stuff like that. And then once I got a computer and once I like started going online more, I realized like, oh, you can find like TV because back then like they just TV on the internet was like the Wild West. There used to be a time where the easiest way to watch new episodes of South Park was YouTube. Someone would just upload newest episodes of South Park to YouTube, and that's how literally everyone watched South Park. Like everyone I knew watched South Park on YouTube. um, but like you would do I would be like, there was a point in time where I was like, huh, okay, so there's anime on the internet. I guess I'll try watching this stuff because like, well, because I specifically it was like, well, wait a minute, I don't mind reading it was like, okay, I don't mind reading subtitles, right? I don't mind reading subtitles. I don't mind reading subtitles, so I'm okay watching it in the original Japanese and with subtitles. And I was like, there was a um I remember what got me watching anime was I didn't want to wait for the new episode of Naruto. I didn't want to wait for the new episode, the new episode of Naruto. I was like, man, I don't want to wait. I want to watch more now. And then lo and behold, it turns out that like they were dubbing it and releasing it in America, but like it turns out this show's old and like there's just a fuck ton of episodes, that you can just watch right now as long as you're okay, watching them in the original Japanese with subtitles. I was like, okay, sure. And that's what got me started watching some anime. And I think what got me to stop watching some anime was I watched all of the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And I was like, oh, that wasn't that good. I don't even know why. I think it's because I kept seeing it and I was like, okay, this show must be good, right? And it was like, eh. And I like tried to watch, like I watched Bleach because Bleach was also just a shonen anime. I was like, what, 15, 16 probably at the time. And then I stopped because I was like, okay, anime kind of sucks. I don't think I want to watch anime. Anime kind of like I'm not gonna avoid it, but anime is kind of I don't think it's my thing. And it's funny because like okay. This is the progress. Okay, 5-year-old Baaulp to 10-year-old Baaulp. It was Late Night with Conan O'Brien, The Simpsons, uh, Seinfeld. Those are my favorite shows. 10-year-old, 10-year-old to 16-year-old, Baaulp. Favorite show was probably like maybe Naruto and Bleach. Dragon Ball's dope, but Dragon Ball's old. And then, and then, and then, and then, 16-year-old to like 18-year-old Baaulp before college. College, I just kind of like immediately just started watching normal I just started like watching normal TV again, like adult television. But 16 to 18-year-old, like, or not 16, 15 to 18-year-old Baaulp, like before college, like all throughout high school, basically, favorite shows were Jackass, and I loved Wild Boys, because I loved how close they got to getting mauled every episode by a wild animal. Uh, I also liked Viva La Bam, but Viva La Bam has this really sad tone to it now. Now that what's happened to Bam Margera now. I mean, Viva La Bam hits different knowing what you know now. You know, but it's that's if you want to know what bulk, if you want to know what I consumed throughout my adolescence, you know, that's what it was. Viva La Bam feels like watching a government experiment now. I wouldn't go that far, but you do see like someone who's really rich and sort of famous just like self-destruct, kind of. I also really liked Mr. Show. I that that is still one of my favorite shows ever, even if it hasn't aged super well. Um, uh, my mom would let me stay up and watch Viva La Bam and Queer Eye. Hell of a combination. No wonder you're rude. What is that supposed to mean? I think I'm very polite. I think I'm fucking polite.
Resubscriber.
Hey.
Hey, what's good? Thank you, HRAB, for the resubscription. Thank you for the 9 months of support. Much appreciated. Muchas gracias. My mom told me when I was 4, apparently, I always wanted to watch X-Files because apparently I had a crush on Mulder. Zero memory of this. I wish I was old. By the time I came, by the time I immigrated to, by the time I immigrated to the United States, X-Files was already, like, was it canceled? No, there were still. It was like the last like 2 seasons, but I think the popularity had waned a lot. So I never watched it. Bob, where were you born? I was born in China, and I came to America when I was 5 years old. I mean, where in China? Southern China. In Guangdong. Why do you ask? Are you gonna dox me? Yes? Okay, well, fuck you.
Gift subs.
Yo! Thank you. Thank you, Plaid Cat Girl, for the continuing the gift sub that you got. Much appreciated. That really should add to the hype train or something. It doesn't. Fuck yes, Canton. Yeah, I'm Cantonese. I am very, very, very Cantonese.
Gift subs.
Holy shit! Damn! What the hell? Thank you. Thank you so much, Smooth Willis. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Thank you for the 30 gift subs. God damn. Much appreciated. Shouts out, Smooth Willis. Hey, once again, just a quick recap of thank you. Thank you, Simpleton. Thank you, A-Trap, and thank you, Smooth Willis, for the generosity today. 30 gift subs. Holy shit. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you. Immediate level 5. Yeah, that was nuts. Thank you. Holy shit. I'm gonna give you a round of applause because honestly, like, I was just sitting here chilling, talking. Nothing exciting was happening. We gotta make it exciting. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Smooth Willis, for the 50, or not 50, 30 gift subs. That's hella generous of you. And I'm sorry you didn't contribute to a more exciting stream. Kind of just a chill stream. I mean, the generosity is greatly appreciated. I'm just saying, I wish the stream was more exciting. So, apologies. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, no, I'm Cantonese. Yeah. I'm Cantonese. I my parents, it's a little weird for me because my parents, when I was born, my parents knew that eventually they would immigrate. So, I think I went to preschool, but that was it. Like they didn't in China, like they put me through preschool, but like they were like, we're going to America anyways. He'll start school in America. But as a consequence of that, I don't know how to write in Chinese. I don't know how to read Chinese. Because I was so focused on American school and learning English that I'm illiterate in Chinese. I know how to speak Cantonese. I know how to speak my native, like, super local Toishanese, which is like its own specific, like, kind of regional dialect. It sounds a little like Canton. It sounds like it's like I always describe it as like hillbilly Cantonese. Um, and I don't know, like I know like this much Mandarin. Like I would know how to like I would know how to like very little Mandarin. Um, but yeah, like the part that irks me the most is not knowing how to read or write, and something that's like kind of not on like my to like immediate to-do list, but something that I do want to do at some point in my life is I want to set aside time to like some time to like uh if not learn Mandarin on top of Cantonese, because I think everybody in China speaks Mandarin now because the government has kind of made that really official. If not learn Mandarin, at least learn to read and write in Chinese, because like I haven't been back to China in years.
Resubscriber.
Thank you, Snoopert Baloney. Much appreciated.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you for the 8 months of support. Much appreciated. Like I haven't like gone back to I haven't visited China in a while. COVID makes that even harder than normal. We were actually planning on going back and visiting China, but then COVID hit. Um Hey, thank you guys for the hype train once again. Thank you. Thank you guys for the hype train. Um, but yeah, like not even going to China, like going to Chinatown here in Boston and seeing signs that are like written in Chinese, and it's like, damn, I don't know what that says. I don't know what that says. I can like write my name, and that's it. So it's like, it's kind of a bummer. It's I guess you could call it like a diaspora kind of feel. I got as an immigrant, as a first generation immigrant, I got them diaspora
Gift
feels.
subs.
Yo, fungus potion. Thank you for the gift sub. Much appreciated. Thank you. You're a mod. You don't have to do that. You got yeah. I'm kidding. Do it if you want to, but thank you. That was very generous of you. Let's see. Yeah, I have a Cantonese friend who lives in Canada who says it's hard to find other people who speak Cantonese. Yeah, like um I tried to give a gift to Bernie Sanders, but I didn't know how to specify who to give gifts to. Oh, okay. I was planning to go to China literally the month they shut down all flights and stuff. Damn, that sucks. So you had to like cancel your tickets and stuff. That's a bummer. Um, I'm second generation Spanish, and I know so little Spanish. People often need an excuse to learn. Why don't you make a point of like teaching a word or something each Sunday chill stream? Yo, Bernie Sanders, what's good? What's up? Thank you, Simpleton. Much appreciated. Thank you for the gift sub. Much appreciated. Thank you. It was for work. It wasn't that much of a bummer. Oh, I see. It was a work trip. I mean, still, anytime you get to travel internationally, that's kind of sick. That's cool. That's a boss move. Traveling to China for work. That makes you sound so fucking important. Was born here, never learned Tagalog. but it's something I always wanted to. It felt strange going back to the Philippines, walking some streets. People could tell I wasn't from around. Yeah, yeah. In New York, it stinks because a lot of Japanese people are smack in the middle of the city where I'm usually never at. Aw. Well, at least you know they're there. The thing about China is that so um how do I point this? How do I say this? So the Chinese government have been making a lot of strides to make Mandarin like official Chinese. And like that's there's nothing wrong with that. That is like I think all honestly, legitimately, I honestly that might in a weird way be a good thing. Like sure, because China's a big country, and unlike America, like, because like it's not like, because when you say like, it because when you hear dialect, you might think like, oh, it's like English, where if you're from the South, or if you're from the North, or if you're from the Midwest, it's gonna sound a little weird from someone who's not around, but it's still English. Like, it's more varied than that. And the difference between Mandarin and Cantonese, like to the untrained ear, you would expect the two of them to be like completely like you would like to the untrained ear, you would assume that they're completely different languages when the reality is they're both Chinese, right? Um, so as a response to that, the government has been making Mandarin like the official one. It's the one everyone's gonna learn, right? If you go to school in China, you learn Mandarin. So ultimately, I think that's a good thing. But you have like, but then like you get like weird issues, like for example, like in Hong Kong, for example, which was under British control for a long time. Like, okay, so geographically, the further south you go, the more prevalent Cantonese is. And that's just like, of course, like that's just like the further south you go in America, the more you find southern accents. Like that just makes sense, right? But then you get like weird edge cases because they're so different. You get weird edge case. You get weird cases like, for example, Hong Kong was under British control for a long time, so everybody in Hong Kong speaks Cantonese. They know how to speak Mandarin, but everyone speaks Cantonese, right? And you see like now that control of Hong Kong has been given back to China, like a lot of the television channels there are like making this gradual switch from Cantonese back to Mandarin. And so like it's like, and you like when you walk through the street, a lot of people speak in Cantonese, but then like you know, TV is all in Mandarin now. Like they're like slowly making a shift over, and like you can see it in like other countries too. So like a lot of the immigrants that you see in America, like Chinese immigrants that you see in America and like North America, mostly those people are Cantonese. So a lot of like, you know, a lot of like Asian populations in North America are Cantonese. They speak Cantonese. And like newer immigrants, they all speak Mandarin, you know? Like you go to Chinatown, like for example, here in Boston, you go to Chinatown, right? Everyone speaks Cantonese. But then you go to like a college campus where there are a lot of foreign exchange students from China. They all speak Mandarin. So there's kind of like that like rift. Um it's interesting. I don't know if it's a I'm not smart enough to know if it's a problem or not. But it does create like these weird edge cases. Thankfully, you know, they are different. Like at the end of the day, they are different dialects of the same language. So like most people, like even me, for example, like most people know a little Mandarin, right? So, but it's kind of like this weird. It's kind of created this like weird generational thing. Um, it's kind of created this weird generational thing where like you can tell like the newer, like for example, like anyone my age that I meet that's a college student, like they came from China to America for college. They only know like they see I'm Chinese, but then like I speak Cantonese and they speak Mandarin, so it's like it gets weird. Uh, I'm third generation, and my grandpa was Cantonese. My mom and I can't speak any Cantonese, sadly. Aw, that's a little bit of a shame because I do view it as like I think Cantonese should be preserved in some way. It's you know the government can make Mandarin the official dialect of Chinese, right? But I think Cantonese definitely needs to be preserved because it's our language. It's interesting how the same language across the world splinters into its own different own versions. I've been told that French Cajun is very similar to old French. Like instead of close the door, you're saying bar the door, for example. Interesting. I remember watching an episode of a show called QI. There's an episode. There's like kind of like a I wouldn't call it a game show. It's kind of like a trivia show. There's a trivia show from the BBC called QI, and it's just a fun show for fun facts, basically. Panel show. Yeah, yeah, that's what they call them. They call them panel shows. But it's kind of just a panel show where they talk about trivia a lot, like kind of like interesting things. And there's one episode where they talked about like like there's I think it was like Oxford. It was either like Oxford University or it was some university. I don't remember, but it was some university that said like, oh, they have this program. Um, they have this program where um they wanted to do Shakespeare, but they didn't just want to do Shakespeare. They wanted to do Shakespeare like the plays in the English of the time period when they were written in. And so they worked with a lot of researchers, a lot of actors, but also a lot of researchers, a lot of linguists to basically like reconstruct like, okay, what did this play when performed actually sound like? And it was weird. It was weird because they played an excerpt and it's like way closer to how we speak English. It wasn't one to one. It wasn't one to one. But like, you know how like British English can get like to Americans, British English can sound really fancy. Like maybe I'm not using the right words, but like they you know how British people talk, right? It sounded a lot closer to American English. It really surprised me. It was weird. And it was funny because like it's the you would think like, oh, American people used to talk like British people, but then they came to America and then they started talking like English people. Apparently it might be the other way around where all the American colonies got started and then and then people back in the mainland started talking weirder and weirder and weirder, and Americans are the ones that talk normal. You know, it's weird to think about. So they're the freaks. We speak English normal. uh, I'm 32, And when I was in primary school in the UK, we had an assembly where the head of teacher was like, today is an important day for Hong Kong, and it is no longer part of the British Empire. And a kid started crying and yelled, "It's not fair! Why can't they do this?" I've been thinking about that for 25 years. What is up with that kid? It's not fair! It's not fair. From what from what I know, having watched a few documentaries and talked to a few people, uh, it was not all sunshine and rainbows when the British were in control of Hong Kong. Just saying. British people are really racist, so probably a good thing that they no longer control Hong Kong, or they should control any colonies for that matter. It's not fair. The That's crazy. That's fucking wild. That's wild. I mean, I can imagine it, but it's so funny having that visual in my head of like this kid loves colonization so much. Like it's Oh, that's so crazy. Thank you for sharing that. That made my day. Did I react to anything like that when I was a kid? I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? When I was 5 years old, I did come to America during a very interesting time. I basically showed up to America at the end of the dot-com boom, right? The bubble had burst. It was 1998. So, like the dot-com bubble had burst, right? Clinton was in trouble. That was weird. It was like, why is the president in trouble? why is the why is he the president? Why is he in trouble? That was a really interesting time to come to America now that I think about it. 1998. It's not fair. It's not fair. The president can't get in trouble. Thinking about the Brexit vote and how Northern Ireland and Scotland overwhelmingly voted to remain. Yeah, I heard about that. Baaulp, how old were you? I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old, but I didn't know like presidents could get in trouble. And no adult was well actually well I was about to say no adult would tell me but would tell me why, but thinking about it now, I think every adult was very open about it because it was in the news. It was kind of weird. It's kind of weird, like because there was on the news. It was on the newspaper. You would walk through the street and like you would look at the little like machines that dispense the newspaper, and like it was on headlines everywhere. It was on headlines everywhere, and like like you eventually I think I did find out. Like I was still too young to know exactly what transpired, but I knew like, okay, he kissed a girl he shouldn't have, or something. I don't know. America was a buzz. It was exciting. I would walk down the street and be like, "Hey, kid, yo, Clinton, fuck that girl. He shouldn't have, you know." It was wild. Hearing that story is so weird to me. Like, you cared about the news when you were kids. Only time I cared about when my country had national mourning things. I mean, I'm not saying this to brag or seem cool. I am part of the last generation to know what it was like before you had internet, if that makes sense. I mean, the internet was already a thing throughout my entire the internet was a thing throughout my entire life, right? But I was the last generation to know what it was like without internet because it wasn't like super prevalent. Like, when I was a kid, the internet was a thing. Like, I knew, like, okay, I can go to the library and I could use a computer that has internet. I could go to school and use a computer that has internet. But like, I don't have a computer at home where with internet, and then, I didn't have a computer at home. My cousin had a computer. My friends, like, none of my friends had a computer except for one kid. We knew one rich kid and he had a computer. But hey, guess what? He had a computer, but the computer didn't have internet access. They didn't let him go on the internet or something. I don't remember. So like, um it was like, I'm just old enough to know what it was like to not be connected 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, when I was a kid, the internet wasn't everywhere. Like, when I was a kid, okay, when I was a kid, the internet wasn't everywhere. Like, nowadays, everybody has internet connection or internet access to some degree. When I was a kid, you didn't always have the internet. Didn't always have a computer. You walked through the street. You still saw payphones, and you needed those payphones because not everyone had a cell phone, right? Not everyone had a cell phone. You know, you would just walk outside, like, you would tell people, "Hey, I'm going out. I am going to be back at a certain time, give or take, depending on traffic." And like, that's like, you would keep track of each other because like, if they went outside, it was like they were just gone, you know? And like, cuz someone earlier said like, "Oh, I'm surprised you like paid attention to the news." Like, I wasn't like a 5-year-old kid reading the newspaper, but like, I did pay attention because like the world, like, I wanted to know what was happening in the world. So like, I would ask adults like, what's happening? Why is the president why is the president in trouble? He's drinking that soda really weird. He's why he's what is that? He's on TV and he's talking about how he's not in trouble. If he's not in trouble, why does he have to go on TV and talk about why he's not in trouble? And he's drinking that soda really weird. And since I was a grown ass adult with a job, I eventually got all my own, but we didn't even have computers in my high school until a year after I graduated. Damn. Well, hopefully you like learned how to type and all that crap. I learned how to type when I was in school. I learned how to type, like, I had a typing class. It was weird. I still took a typing class. They made me type on a keyboard. But that was 85. Actually, no, they did have typing classes before computers because they had typewriters. Yeah, you learn how to type on a typewriter. Yeah, yeah, I yeah. Man, in hindsight, when so my typing class, it wasn't solely a typing class. It was like a learn how to use computer class. And I remember my teacher telling me her info was outdated because she was telling us like, listen, if you need to look stuff up, use Ask Jeeves. In my experience, Ask Jeeves is the most reliable of all the search engines. And then like a year later, everyone was like, nah, fuck Ask Jeeves. Go on Google. Fuck that shit. Jeeves is a fuck Jeeves. You don't know shit. I remember using Alta Vista. Yeah, there was Alta Vista, Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, and they were all bad in their own special ways. Um, I don't think I used it. I don't even think I used it. Uh, let's see. My mom tried to teach me to type using Mavis Bacon, but by the time she introduced me to it, I had been playing Neopets and already learned to type in the stupid way I still do.
Subscriber.
Watching Baaulp on company time.
Hell yeah! Thank you for the 8 months of support. Much appreciated. Furby Twunk watching Baaulp on company time. When I was a software engineer, I always had someone stream on. It was great. Hell yeah. Um, yeah, like, so we got kind of sidetracked, but yeah, like I said earlier, like I was not like a 5-year-old kid reading the newspaper, but like before the internet came along and like just bombarded with you with information and news like 24/7, like on your phone or like even early internet kind of did that to some degree. Like you'd go to like Yahoo and like they'd bombard you with articles. But like, you would like cuz like you would watch the news and you would pay attention cuz like you wanted to know what was happening outside your door. You know. It was different. Cuz like if as a kid if you didn't like I cared a little, right? Cuz I was like, "Oh, like you know what I mean? It's like if you don't ask, no one you just won't know, you know? Early 2007 internet, I knew about politicians only from memes and jokes on chat rooms. I played I like the Flash game where you make President Bush dance funny. But yeah, Bush fly coffee. God, I remember 2009 playing all the new Obama games uploaded to Miniclip. That I don't know. The like whoever the president was, there were just flash games about the president. It was great. I wish those days were back. Obama Ball Z, Jib Jab fucked us. That's a sentence. Be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah, maybe I should make dog burying simulator 2020. Maybe that'll be me. I'll make a Flash game that's about Biden killing dogs or some shit. I don't know. Is the Flash game equivalent Roblox at this point? Yes. Absolutely. That's the real thing. Kids aren't playing Flash games anymore. They're definitely not. Yeah, because Flash is dead. They're on Roblox now. They're on Roblox now, and they're all playing crazy, insane Roblox games. Will they even allow a Biden dog burying game on Roblox? Who knows? Who knows at this point? Yeah, Roblox is not the best company. I've seen some videos about like how Roblox just gets is can be very exploitative. The Hey, what's going on? Hey, speaking of news. Speaking of news, what's going on with the news? This is something I like to do. At this point it might as well be like a regular thing that I do on these Sunday streams. We'll do the opposite. You fill me in. All right? I don't look at the news. You fill me in. You know how most content creators will talk about the news? No, you fill me in. The Oscars happen. Oh yeah, the Oscars is today. I'm gonna see if I can watch the Oscar special with some friends. The On Cinema Oscar special. Someone did a flip. Nice. Tight. That's cool. A woodpecker is attacking my house. Damn. Will they do that? Will they just like make a hole in the side of your house? That's fucked up. Oh, what if they hit like a power line? Like, what if they hit like electrical wire? Did that happen? Uh-oh, big news. Stole a chocolate chip that fell off a cookie when I was packaging it. Oh, shit. Don't let boss man know about that. Cherry blossoms are peaking in DC. Oh, I wish I could see that. When I visited Washington, DC on a business trip one time, it was like winter. It was not fun. It was not nice. It was raining. It was rainy and shitty the whole time. Gonna go to Alamo Draft House and get me a bottomless bowl of popcorn and see who wins and who loses. Lucky, lucky, you get to see On Cinema in a theater. I didn't even know they were doing that. Lucky bastard. Oh, the Cherry Blossom Festival in DC is probably happening soon. I went once. I went once, and there were Homestuck cosplayers. Oh man! Okay. So I have a very story. You activated a story in my brain. Um. Ah. Anyway, okay. So I have a very like fuck it personality, you know? And what I mean by that is, life's short. Life's short. If I if I if I deem it worth my time, if I like it and if it's worth my time, I'll do it. Like I'm in, you know? Like for example, the podcast is a good example because I was talking about the podcast earlier. The podcast is a good example where, I thought a podcast would be fun. It is fun. And we've been doing one podcast episode a month for like, well, one month ish for like 4 years now. You know? So we don't update like every week. So we're only at episode like 31 because we don't, it's like a monthly podcast. And at the beginning, we skipped a lot of months. But it's been a thing me and my friends have been doing for like 4 years, right? Uh, Fighting games. Or I'm not gonna bother pulling out my fight stick. I think I've shown it to people before. But like, I play fighting games because I tried them. They're fun. I'm in. I'm in for life. I'm a fighting game player now. But if I try something, I'm not like I don't have like being a poor first generation immigrant. I don't have a lot of advantages in life. If anything, I have a lot of disadvantages. But one advantage I do have is I'm very honest with myself. And the way my honesty manifests is I just say fuck it a lot. Like, fuck it. I don't, I tried it. Not good. Not gonna continue. Not gonna, you know. Um so, I started reading Homestuck at some point. Because people on the internet were like, oh look, you should try reading Homestuck. And I gave up at some point because I was like, this is too long. Like, fuck this. I don't remember where I stopped reading. But like I was like, I can't do this. It's too long. Like it got like the further I've definitely made it past chapter 1. But the further along I got, the longer it took. And I was like, fuck this. Like this story is just meandering. Like, fuck it. So I stopped, right? I was like, yeah, whatever. Um, I gave it a shot. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm at the mall one day, and like, I'm at the mall one day, and I don't even remember why. I have no clue why. I don't remember. But I was hungry, so I went to the food court to go get some food. And there were these people sitting at one of the tables, and they were like cosplaying. Except it also looked like they were doing blackface, so I thought I was really scared. I got really scared at first. But no, they had horns and shit. And I was like, what the fuck are these people? Like, what is this? uh, so I was like, what the fuck are these people doing? And by the way, just so you know, it was all white girls. It was all white girls, because of course. It was all white girls. It was a bunch of white girls, with painted skin and horns. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like they were being really loud and annoying. And I like I remember in my mind I was like, I made a mistake. You ever like I don't get headaches, and I'm not bragging. I don't get headaches easily. It takes a lot to give me a headache. Like a bad headache. I don't get migraines or anything like that. But I got like a surefire way to make me have a headache is just to expose me to like, annoying people. I'm not even joking. And I could feel it growing. I was like, oh, I gotta walk away. I gotta move away, you know. And later on, I'm talking to my friends, and I'm like, yeah, I saw a bunch of people like with painted skin and like horns, and like they were doing something, and then they had to like, and then my friends had to explain to me that that too was also Homestuck. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, yeah. I was like, wasn't it about like a bunch of kids? And they're like, not anymore. Not much to that story, honestly. Not much to that story, but it was funny because it was funny to be exposed to those people out in the wild. I guess that's all I really had to say. Fortunately, I could never afford to do cosplays or go to anime cons, or else I definitely would have been an annoying Homestuck cosplayer at age 15. But in hindsight, pretty much every person in their early teens is annoying and overzealous and is mostly harmless. Yeah, but I don't want to sit next to him. Doesn't mean I have to sit. It doesn't mean I have to eat my chicken teriyaki next to him, you know? But yeah, that was weird. Weird little event in my life. Going the when I was so I take public transportation a lot. Just cuz it's convenient. I think everybody does. And it was always funny to me when Anime Boston would happen, because Anime Boston, I don't know how, like, Anime Boston must make a fuck ton of money, because they don't just get any they don't just get like a convention center in the bumfuck nowhere. So Anime Boston is not held in a convention center in bumfuck nowhere. It's not held in a hotel in bumfuck nowhere. Anime Boston is held is like in the Heinz Convention Center in Copley, which is a very expensive part of the city. Like, there's a Louis, like the Anime Boston happens like a block away from the biggest Louis Vuitton store I've ever seen, you know? Like, it's like it's like that's where it's held. And so it's like in the dead middle of the city, and it's always so funny. It's always so funny when you hop on public transportation and you just see like people who are obviously going to Anime Boston on the train, cuz they're just like, you just see people in cosplay on the train. Got the Gucci, got the Louis, got my Homestuck troll horns. Yeah, exactly. Anime comic conventions are always so fucking weird when you think about them for too long. It's not the convention itself that's weird. They have conventions for everything. When I was a chocolatier, my boss talked about going to a chocolate convention. It's a convention just about chocolate, about making chocolate and eating like, it's attended by like restaurateurs and like, basically if you work with chocolate in any way, you go to that convention. And it's like it's for chocolate people, you know? They have conventions for everything. So I don't think it's weird that there's comic and anime conventions. That just makes sense. But it is just funny because you'll see like it's just funny because you'll see guys like going to work and like they're in like suits and business attire, and right next to them is like a bunch of people dressed like anime characters. BaulpCon? I would not want the hassle of running my own convention. I think I mean maybe this is gonna sound like I'm too up my ass, but if I could have a meet and greet one day at PAX, I would be I think that would make me happy. If I get popular, if I won't okay, I just won't say me. If RTVS, like if me and my friends and the rest of my crew can get popular enough to have a meet and greet at like a convention, I would be happy. BaulpCon meatball incident. Have a meet and greet. Yeah, like any kind of convention. It doesn't have to be PAX either. Like if I get popular enough that like I get a meet and greet at any convention, I'd be happy. It's safe to say that if you guys ever show up to San Diego, I will bend over backwards to see you all. That's nice. Thank you. I got food poisoning at BulbCon and posted about it on iwaspoisoned.com. Come to MagFest. MagFest is on the list of conventions to visit at some point in the future. I don't want to think about conventions though, not for the time being in the age of COVID. PAX East is happening this year, and it sucks because I've decided not to go. It's a little extra painful for me because I've gone to every PAX East since like 2011. I've gone to every like because it's in Boston, so it's easy for me to go to. I've been to every PAX East since 2011. So it's a little extra pay. It's a little. It stings a little extra, but I talk to myself and it's like I wouldn't want to go to a convention right now. Like COVID's not over yet. I can't go. I'm going, but a lot of friends aren't. A lot of friends I know aren't, which I totally understand. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate you if you go. You know, hopefully you're vaccinated. Hopefully everyone who goes is like vaccinated and all of that. But it's like, I'm not gonna go. Bob, did you dress up as a pong ball last stream, or did I hallucinate that? No, you hallucinated that. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, Always better to worry about your health first. For me, it's like my mentality is this. Okay, so my mentality is this. I am I'm I'm healthy. Okay? I'm healthy. I'm not perfect, but like I'm healthy. Um and I'm vaccinated and all of that, right? So I am, I'm okay going outside. And I'm okay going to small places. Small being like there won't be more than 30 people in this room. Does that make sense? Um, so like I've gone to moves like so the things I've gone to go like again have been like restaurants, especially if you can sit outside, um, and movies. And honestly, kind of that's it. I've gone to see a few movies, and I've also gone to restaurants, especially like ones where they let you sit outside. Um, I've been going to the mall and tasting all the doorknobs, you know. And not only that, but whenever I go do anything, like whenever I go to a restaurant or um whenever I go to a restaurant or whenever I go to a movie theater, I make sure I'm not doing anything for like I don't do anything before or after, right? Like the way because we're still in a pandemic, the way I like conduct my like it's not just about going to places, but the way I conduct myself is different. Like when I nowadays I make plans with friends like at least a week in advance, and I make sure not to go anywhere else if I can help it. And before or after, because it's like if the symptoms start catching, if you actually develop symptoms for anything, you don't want to, you don't want to like, you don't want to be like caught going to places. But where I draw the line is like if there's too many people, like if there's more than 30 people, like 50, 40, 100 people, no. Like I don't want to be in that environment still. So for me, cons are like a no-go. Like I'm not going to go to a convention. I'm not going to go to a convention cuz like okay, let's say everyone's vaccinated. Let's say everyone's wearing a mask. The concentration of people is still just too like the pandemic's not over and like okay everyone's vaccinated, everyone's wearing a mask, but the concentration of people in one place is just still too high. Like it doesn't seem like a good idea to me. And like I've thought about it, and I've thought about it, and I've thought about it, and like my mentality is also like I'm a healthy person. My age group, I the only two conditions that I have are like I'm at risk for fatty liver disease, and which I'm healthy. Like I've lost a bunch of weight, so I'm healthy enough now that like I'm at risk for it, but it's not impacting my life, right? And I have a little eczema. If I were to like statistically speaking, if I were to catch COVID, it would be really bad because I would have caught COVID. But my age group is not my age group with the conditions that I have. I'm not going to be in the group that's suffering, that would like really suffer if I were to catch it, you know? But my mentality is if I caught it and I'm even responsible for one other person catching it because of my actions, I would feel so fucking bad, you know? I'd feel like shit if I like gave it to someone else, you know? So I just don't want to I don't want that. I don't want that. And so for the time being, it's like restaurants and movie theaters. Places that don't have more than like 30 people, you know? I'm not worried about me, I'm worried about my parents. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I live with my parents still. I live with my parents still, you know? So it's like I definitely don't want them to get sick, you know? So that's the way I feel. COVID aside, I haven't gotten sick with a cold or flu in the past 2 winters, and I'm sure that's connected to everyone wearing a mask. Absolutely. And same here. I haven't like I think the last time I got a cold or a flu was... I'm trying to think. At some point in 2019. No joke. No joke. The last time I got something like that made me have a fever and get sick was 2019. I haven't been sick in like 2 years now, and it's absolutely because of all the masking, like people wearing masks, me wearing a mask. Like I'm about to just like it rocks. Shit's good. Shit's dope. I like fuck the cold. I hate getting colds. I hate getting the flu. You telling me I could have been wearing a mask this whole time and like prevented it? It's great. Feels awesome. Man, a few months ago my dad tested positive, so I worked from home for a few days and got my foot caught on the No, I got my foot caught on my cord for my work laptop, making me trip and break my ankle. So when people ask me what happened, I say COVID. Damn, that fucking sucks. That's so shitty. I'm sorry. We're both fine, but thank you. Damn. That's crazy. The yeah, when I always end my streams by telling people to like stay safe and stay healthy. I mean it. Please stay healthy. I think I'm preaching to the choir here, but you know, just do it. Hey, I want to play some power washing simulator. Because we had this. We're gonna clean this ancient statue. This is what we're power washing today. Holy shit. Look at this. Oh, do I have enough for the super long? Let me check the shop. We do have the extra long extension. Oh, but we don't have this nozzle thing. Okay, that's fine. We're power washing an ancient statue. I don't know why we're doing this, but we are. Whoa, what the heck, new content? Yeah, they update this game a lot. They update Powerwash Simulator like all the time. Shit. Okay. We gotta get up to the head. I'm not joking when I mean, I've said this before, but I love this game. I love this game so much. Get out of here. Have you played Vampire Survivors? No, I haven't. I've seen everyone else play it though. A lot of my friends played it. I don't know if it's my thing. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if it's my thing. Not gonna lie. Well, okay, we're good. But no, I have not played Vampire Survivors. It seems fun, but I don't know if it's my thing, you know? I'm actually not a fan of games that, like, kind of play themselves to some degree. And I know that game isn't, like, an idle game. Like, it's very active, but it's, like... I don't know if it's my jam, you know? Uh-oh, we got a problem. Because this statue is full of these little crevices. That's gonna be annoying. Oh man, we gotta blast the fucking pits. Cleaning the statue is about to unleash an ancient curse or something to the people who excavated it. That'd be cool. I think the world would be cooler if curses were real. Oh, so each... Oh, okay, so it's like... This guy's divided into slabs. I see. I see how they have this. Okay, so boom. There we go. Alright, we gotta clean all the slabs, chat. Oh, he's like a fish man. There we go. Oh. I gotta clean all this man's slabs. I love the weird flavor stuff in this game. When you were cleaning the park and they started talking about a volcano and shit. Yeah, this game goes places. I think it's weird. God, imagine if you were a giant. This is how you'd have to take a shower. That sucks. Yeah, being sprayed by a tiny person. We're doing something highly illegal, probably. We're now standing on the statue. I'm like stomping all over it. Roughing it up. Is a priceless artifact. Whoa. almost fell. I do love how calming this game is. This game gets... You know, I played a little bit of Slime Rancher. I played a little bit of Slime Rancher because I have that game. And, I liked it, but you know what's weird? You know what I felt about that game? Slime Rancher is too stressful. You know? It's like, cause like, when you first start playing Slime Rancher, it's like, okay, here's slimes. And then eventually you find slimes that attack you. And then you have slimes that explode. And then you have slimes that are radioactive. And then they're like, okay, you should combine slimes to make more money. And now it's like, well, fuck. I have radioactive exploding slimes. And yeah, they make me a lot of money, but this shit, like, this game is too stressful. You know? They are working on a Slime Rancher sequel. And, you know, I know, you know, they're probably watching. Because everyone, you know, all 7 million people watch my streams, but, you know. In my opinion, you need to make, they need to make the game calmer. You know? Like, make it calmer. I don't want, like, things exploding in my face. It's too stressful. Need to make it way calmer. You know, I don't want to get freaked out playing Slime Rancher. It has a casual mode that doesn't have tar or feral slimes. But here's the thing. I don't want the casual mode. That's like the flip side of it. Because you're right, I could play the casual mode. But like... You know, but that also makes me feel bad. Because it's like, well, I'm not good enough for the... It makes me feel like I'm not good enough for the casual mode. You know what I mean? It has like, I'm sure some people love the casual mode, but for me it just makes me feel like, oh, it makes me feel like, oh, well, I suck at the game, I guess, because I can't handle regular mode. I gotta do casual mode, you know? The only part of it that made it stressful was that, like, they explode and they attack you, you know what I mean? Like, I would have liked it better if, like, let's say, because, like, okay, I guess I need to explain a game mechanic for this to make sense. So, sometimes if you mess up, sometimes you can mess up and your slimes can turn black and nasty and evil, right? And they turn into, like, tar slimes, right? They're tar, they're evil. And so you have to, like, kill them basically. But like what happens is they will start eating other slimes. They'll start attacking other slimes, and like it's like an infestation. You have to like, it's like a virus. You gotta get rid of them like ASAP. Like I would have liked it better if they let me fuck up, but you just took away the aspect of like, okay, you have to like get rid of them now, you know? If that makes sense. I don't know. If that makes sense at all. Because you get something similar in Harvest Moon type games where it's like, oh, your crops died, you fucked up. And it still makes you feel bad, but I never get stressed out when my crops die. In like, when I'm playing like a Harvest Moon type game or like Stardew Valley or something, you know? It's just like, okay, I messed up. But, you know, I won't mess up next time. And the game just keeps being chill. It probably doesn't help that the music changes and becomes more frantic. Yeah, that doesn't help either. Blasting this guy's nose.
Yummy in the tummy.
Here is your podcast paycheck BTW. Thanks for the laugh sex.
What? Thank you. Thank you, Sarkanoff, for the 25 bucks. You didn't have to donate. Listen. The podcast is not supposed to make money yet, alright? Don't worry about it. It's okay. I appreciate it. That's very generous. Much appreciated. Thank you. But, you know, don't stress about it. It's okay. But thank you. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. That's very thoughtful. Seriously though, that's actually very thoughtful. Much appreciated. Cause hey, earlier when I was talking about how the podcast makes me no money, I didn't say that the podcast needs to make me money. We're not there yet, you know. Maybe someday I've said this already. Maybe someday I'll like make a Patreon for the podcast. Cause like right now, like the only thing that I tell people to do is I tell people like, hey, if you like the podcast, come watch us stream. You know? That's all I tell people to do. Is if you like the podcast, why don't you tune into my stream or Wayne's stream or Gur's stream or Holly's stream, you know. Come watch us stream. That's all I ask of people when at the end of the podcast episode. But eventually, if the podcast keeps getting popular, I might put out a Patreon and I might tell people like, hey, turns out people care about the podcast, so here's a Patreon if you want to donate to the show. If you want to donate to the show / you know, maybe see some behind the scenes things, maybe. You should let people buy ads on the show, but they're not allowed to buy real ads. That's a good idea. I'm stealing that idea. You should have never said that. Because that's my idea now. I'm kidding. But thank you for the suggestion. That's honestly really nice. That's actually a really good suggestion. I'm gonna do that eventually. Damn, I was gonna use that for my podcast, but Baaulp stole it. Exactly. Hee hee hee, it's my idea now. Oh, fuck. Well, where is this still dirty? I can't even tell where it's still dirty. Oh, like there. Oh man. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta like hunt for the places that are still dirty. There we go. There we go. Cha-ching. Alright, what the hell is still dirty on the statue? Alright. Check. Arm slabs! Oh, this one. Face slabs! Oh, the helmet and the face? I put too much Lao Ma on my rice and I got the shits now. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's I don't know if that was good to share, but sure. Alright, where on the face is dirty? What if his face slabs is dirty? It doesn't say it's dirty. Is that a glitch? Oh, you better not be glitching out on me. Where are his face slabs dirty? Hold on. Computer. Oh, there? Where's the other dirty face slab? Oh. Look at that, chat. His, like, chin. There we go. And then his helmet. Laoganma is good. But beware, because it is chili oil, and oil and water don't always mix, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ow! Oh, I almost died. Go. Where's the other helmet slab? Oh, here. Ah. Okay. We're almost done, chat. Like, the helmet slab, the bit of the helmet was like over there, right? How did I get... Oh, shit! Is this normal? Oh my god, and it was an ancient curse. Yeah, there is Powerwash lore. Oh hey, we can buy this now. Alright, now we have all the attachments for it. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we have all the attachments now. Now we're cleaning a stunt plane. Look at this. Gotta put a giant cork on the top of that volcano before it's too late. I bet you that statue makes it erupt again, and that's how they're gonna explain the even more content that they're gonna put in the game. This should be relatively simple. I don't know. There's a lot of nooks and crannies. Usually the small doesn't mean easy in this game. Small does not mean easy. There we go. I love that they let you go prone. I love that they let you go prone. They used to not let you go prone, and it was really hard to get, like, really low to the ground. And now they let you go prone, and it's really funny. Where is this still dirty? So confused. Why are you still dirty? Hello? Oh, there we go. That you'll get to meet the queen for power washing lessons, like how the king had private cakewalk lessons in the 1900s. I hope they add like a, I don't know. Okay, so Powerwash Simulator is like early access. It's an early access game because they're not done with it. That's why they keep adding so much content. I wonder how much stuff they're gonna add to the game. Cause like there's a lot to this game, honestly. Like they've added so much content to this game for like no extra money. Kinda crazy. Back from dinner, what I missed? You missed Powerwash. The giant statue shot out a laser. That's what happened. You missed some crazy shit. It was insane. They started World War III in this game. They started World War III. Timerson. I just noticed this guy's name. Oh, what? Some of the text got jarbled up. I wonder if they know about that. I wonder if the devs know about the messed up text. I once had a shift manager named Shaker, pronounced Shaker. That's funny. Reminds me of years ago I had a work client named Tommy Thomas. Some people just have fake names. When I was in high school, we would get a regular, like, one of our regular substitute teachers, like someone that would show up often, like over and over again to sub for teachers, is their name was Mr. Wolf. And then one day we found out their first name was Man. Man Wolf. And it's like, here's another fun fact for you. Changing your name doesn't cost that much money. It's not free, but it doesn't cost you that much money. I know this because when I became a full citizen, as a part of the application, I don't know if they gave you a discount for becoming a citizen, but in the paperwork, like once they approved of everything and I was doing the paperwork, they're like, hey, just so you know, if you want to change your name, now's a good time to do it because you're gonna be a citizen now. And like, they're like, yeah, if I remember correctly, it only costs like $35 to change your name or something like that, to get a legal name change. You know, it's not free, but you pay more for a new video game nowadays than you do for a name change. So you can what? Change your name to sound more American? Yeah, some people do that. I thought about doing it, but I decided against it. You know, as an immigrant, I will just say, it absolutely matters. It absolutely matters. I don't remember the price. I don't remember the price, but I remember being surprised at how cheap it was. Cause it was less than $100. I don't remember the price exactly, but I remember it being like way less than $100. It was probably like less than $60 or something like that. I think it was like $35 or something like that. And I was like, damn, that doesn't cost you a lot of money at all. And like, you know, heritage is one thing, but like, let's say you came here as a kid, and like everybody calls you by a nickname anyways, you know? And everybody calls you by like, let's say you immigrated and everyone you know calls you by a nickname, right? If everybody calls you by a nickname, cause your real name, your other, you know, the name from your own language is too hard for people to pronounce. Fuck it. You know? Fuck it. If it's worth people not messing up your name, or it's like worth you know, or it's like worth calling you by like what you want to be called, or sometimes it's just as easy as like, you know, for immigrants especially, sometimes it's as simple as like, yeah, maybe it'd be easier if people didn't mess up my name and like my name wasn't like, you know, weird, you know. It matters, like for job applications and shit. It matters. It absolutely matters. It's a fucked up world we live in. The only stipulation is you really gotta think about it. You really gotta think about it because they said, according to the form, it was like if you are gonna change your name, you can't change your name again for like. It was like 3 years. You gotta stick with it. You can't like just like constantly change your name. Like there are limits. To be honest, I wish it just didn't matter what your legal name is. They should let you put whatever you want on ID and shit. That's how you get criminals. Okay. Like, I get what you mean, but that's how you get criminals. You know, there's a reason why they make you take a stupid photo where you look dumb and ugly on your ID too, you know. You know, like... I forgot what I was trying to say. Fuck it. What is this guy talking about? He's talking about stuff I don't care about. I'm power washing, bro. Shut up. Shut up. I'm power washing here. Stop talking to me, bro. The name change process was very easy for me. It was just a lot of waiting. I see. Yeah, it's not immediate. It's not like, you know... It's not like you fill in a form, send it in, and boom. I thought about changing my name, like... But I decided against it. Yeah, fuck it. Too much hassle. And I like my name. Change it to Baaulp, yeah, for the SEO purposes, yeah. Yeah, I'll have way better SEO if I change my legal name to Baaulp. just Baaulp, no last name? I think you have to have a last name and a first name, I think. Bob changing last name to Costanza? No. There's no way in hell I could have ever ended up an incel because I watched Seinfeld as a kid. If George Costanza can get laid, I can get laid. That's the mentality. You're telling me you're worse than George Costanza? Come on. George Costanza was about to get married. But then his wife died. So think about that. You're telling me you're worse than George Costanza? No way. He murdered his wife? No comments. I don't have Jason Alexander good looks. Alright. It's okay, because we have a... Alright, I lost my train of thought. Does that count as clean? I think that does. I will say, Jason Alexander pulls it off. Alright, it's okay. I have an even better example. If Rich Evans from Red Letter Media can get laid, you can get laid. It's okay. Why won't this get clean? Oh my god. There's some stuck on oil stains. He said it himself. I don't know how I got into this line of this topic. Oh, because someone said you should change your name to last name to Costanza. Someone said I should be Baaulp Costanza. Good God. That would be funny, but oh my god. If that was my legal name, holy shit. I wish I had a cool name. My name is very plain. Eh. My opinion is your name is what, like, you don't have to change your name. You just gotta put some respect on it. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. That's why I didn't change my name. It's not the name. Is like, if you can put some respect on it, it doesn't matter what your name is. Unless it's like, I don't know, Fart Sucker or something. If your name is Fart Sucker, okay, maybe you should change your name. But you know, if you got a plain name, that's fine. And if you're like a performer, like, if you got a plain name, that might work to your advantage. You know? That might work to your advantage. Because then you can pick like a pseudonym. Or like a stage name. And then you get to, like, I would do that. I mean, I already am doing that in some way, because you guys call me Baaulp. You guys don't call me by my legal name. At this point, it's not even like a don't dox me kind of thing. Like, if I gave you guys my legal name, it wouldn't mean anything. It wouldn't mean anything. I have such a generic Chinese name that, like, if you were to Google me, you'd probably get like a bunch of other people instead, you know? But it's not the point. It's that, like, it's nice that you guys call me Baaulp, because then I can go to a restaurant and, like, you know, I don't feel like my name gets used up. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You know, I'm not sick of hearing my own name all the time. You know? Oh, we're almost done. I saved the front of the plane for last. Yay! Damn, look at that. Nice and clean. Aw, there's no more new jobs. Fuck, I have to wait for more shit to do. Fuck. Aw. Alright, I wanna keep cleaning. We're gonna clean some mold. Damn it, we gotta clean something old. You know, I like the playground. Oh right, we have to go into free. Gotta go to free play mode. Where is it? Where's the playground? Is the playground not here? Hello? Oh, it's here. Oh man, the power washer we have now is so much stronger than the one we started with. We're gonna rip through this playground like a hot knife through butter. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, watch this. Oh my god, it melts through everything. We have the strong. We have the. I didn't do it on stream, I don't think, but I unlocked the strongest power washer in this game. Look at this. Look at this shit. It just melts through the dirty stuff. I'm gonna do this level in 5 minutes. I don't know about 5 minutes, but yeah, it's gonna be like record time. Come on, come on, come on. Wait, I forgot about the bottom. Nice. I want to blast holes in my yard. What do you mean blast holes in your yard? Like with explosives or like with a power washer? I never had a yard growing up because I've lived in apartments and buildings all my life. Power washer, a really powerful one. Ah. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this melt away. God, I sound like I'm doing an infomercial. You should do an infomercial, like the guy who dubs infomercials. No, I mean, like, I'm surprised they don't have real infomercials on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised that, like, cause like Twitch is always on. It's always going. I'm surprised like QVC isn't on Twitch, cause their business model works like 1-to-1, right? In fact, it might even be cheaper for them to be on Twitch. You know, like, legit, like, it might. I'm surprised they haven't caught wind of that yet. You know, their business model is there's this thing called item label. Well, item label is different. I mean, like, traditional, like, tune in. Oh, look, chat. Here's a, yeah, like, twitch.tv/home shopping channel. Like, I'm surprised they haven't started. I'm surprised they're not doing that. And granted, you know, maybe it's a case of, like, they don't know that's an option for them. Like, they think, like, oh, we're on TV and that's it. But, like, I'm surprised that, like, those kinds of, like, networks, like, those kinds of stations haven't caught on to, like, live streaming. Maybe they don't need to be on Twitch. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm surprised they haven't caught on, like, okay, they don't need it to be just on TV. They can kind of, like, they can stream to the internet and just, like, always be on 24/7 and, like, do the same thing they do on TV on the internet. Stupid dinosaur, get ready to get cleaned. Look at that mud melt away. Holy shit. Look at that, chat. Holy shit. I don't think their core audience knows what Twitch is. Like I said, they don't need to be on Twitch, but, like, you know, it's like a live streaming. Like, I'm surprised they're not live streaming, you know? And, like, here's the thing, like, old people can figure, you know, don't sell them short. They can figure it out. A lot about, like, how, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't figure this out. Wait, am I stuck? Okay, I'm not, what? Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Oh no. Help! I'm stuck! Yo, what the fuck? I'm actually stuck! Bro! I can't get out! Wait, I'm pushing myself out. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, do you see that, chat? I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. Uh. Okay. Oh, thank God. That was almost really bad. That was almost really bad, chat. But we were safe. We almost got stuck under the dinosaur. We're okay. Ugh. Okay, should we go? Alright, let's go down the slide. Whoa! Well, it's clean. Check that out. Okay. Yo, check. Hey, hey. Hey, check this out. Check this out, chat. Alright. We're gonna clean the slide. Clean the slide so it's not nasty. Yeah, now. Hold on. Oh, we're dead. We fell down head first. Alright. Okay. been streaming for like 3 hours. I think today's stream is gonna be. I'm gonna cut it a little short. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start a raid on Holly, friend of the show, Holly. She's doing a special stream. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh wait, no. Are you talking about the slide, or are you talking about me ending the stream early? Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I've been going for 3 hours, so it's not like not nothing. Anywho, all right, it is now 6:05 p.m. here on the East Coast of North America, here in my neck of the woods. It is Sunday, March 27th, 2022. Apologies, I couldn't stream for longer today. Normally I do go for a little bit longer, but tonight, Holly has a special stream, so we're gonna go raid her because she's already started. And yeah, I got some other things to do tonight. So more streams and more fun stuff coming next week. I think I'm gonna do a birthday stream on the 2nd because that's my birthday. So just look forward to that. But yeah, have a good evening, everybody. Peace out. Hope you're doing good. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay wonderful. But don't touch your mouse. All right, don't go anywhere because we're gonna change the channel for you right now.